have you learned about Toledo so far?
We've kind of just gotten into it, but they've got a great record. They won 16 games in a row. Very skilled. Their guard play is really, really good. They have a kid named Lockett that was the MAC Player of the Year, can really score it in a lot of different ways, and very, very complicated offense. Run a lot of stuff, so that's going to be unique for us. But a lot of kids that can shoot the three, interchangeable post play. So everything that you would expect off of a good team, and obviously playing with an amazing amount of confidence right now.
I noticed that their 2-point shooting percentage, I think, is top 25 in the country. What kind of challenges that pose defensively?
Yeah, it does, because they shoot the three just enough, so you kind of get extended, and then they go by you. They're really good off the bounce, and the way they run their stuff, they're cutting a lot, they're moving. You can tell that they know what they want to do. They've played with each other. Very skilled at not just shooting it, but they can get themselves into the right spots, and you can see that the shot selection has been really, really good. Their assist-to-turnover ratio is really, really good. So, a very efficient offensive team with I think, a fairly complicated system.
What does Lockett bring to the table?
She's a dynamic athlete. I mean, you watch her numbers, and she'll get to the free throw line, she'll make a three, she'll beat you off the bounce, she'll score in transition. She's a hard cover. She reminds us of like J.J. Quinterly at West Virginia, or a kid that can just find ways to score and is athletic, and so she'll go rebound it, she'll go post you up, and she's really good. I mean, you're not the MAC Player of the Year without being pretty dang good, and she gets a lot of shots off. I think she shot it 200 more times than anyone else on their team. So they run a lot of stuff for her. I mean, she's got kind of the Ashley Jones playbook, I think. She's got her own set of stuff that they run for her, and I think the other thing with her, she's not afraid to take a tough shot. You look at some of the video we've seen so far, is end of the shot clock, end of games, she's willing to take a shot that some kids won't take, and she's made a lot of them.
They always say these things are coincidences, but what did you think when you and LaToya and Jody saw Toledo pop up there?
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I'm sure the committee has a little sense of humor. It was really weird because we're kind of waiting, and you see your name first, and you don't even notice who you're playing right away, and then someone screamed out, "Oh my God, Toledo!" And I looked again, and I'm like, yeah. So I don't know. You're glad you're playing, and these things happen. I'm a huge Toledo fan. I love the place. We still have a lot of great friends. I mean, Coach Culp and I were texting literally a half an hour before the selection show. She's done a great job there, and it is what it is. It's not the best situation, but at least one of us will get to play the next day. So I guess that's a good thing. But happy for them, and it's been kind of cool. Someone sent me an article. There's a big article in the Toledo Blade. That's the local paper that talked a lot about the connections. So that was kind of cool to bring back some memories, and there's a lot of great people there.
You get to go see JJ instead of him coming to see you this time.
Yeah, JJ has a shorter trip. Yeah, my one of our best friends from Toledo. He comes everywhere. He just left the Big 12 tournament and drove home. I texted him last night. It's only 6 hours to Knoxville instead of 12 to Kansas City. So, yeah, there'll be a lot of Toledo people in Knoxville that will be friends and people that we know. So that'll be a great thing. To see some of those people, because those people at the University of Toledo gave me my first chance. Someone's got to give you your first job, first head coaching job. They took a chance on me. We had 7 great years there. Our kids were little, and we have friends there that we'll be friends for life. And we've been gone a long time, but the connection that Jody and LaToya and I have with that place is real and heartfelt, and I have a lot of pictures and memories from my time there, and that won't ever be forgotten. But it is kind of an odd twist that this tournament creates, I guess.
One of my favorite questions to ask you at Media Day every year is who you think the X factor is going to be on your team in the upcoming season. It's probably a little unfair to make you call your shot, but would you say this year Nye and Danae have kind of been that X factor that you guys needed?
No question. I think especially with what happened to Steph, we needed something. You knew what you're going to get out of the big three. I think you knew what you're going to get out of Mo. The X factor within the game, and I think the last 3 to 4 weeks, those two have been the reason, a huge reason that trophy's in my office and that we're in the NCAA tournament and seated where we are. And they've grown into their roles, they've accepted their roles, and they've played at a really, really high level. And I think that has really, really given us a chance the last month that maybe we didn't know we'd be in this situation. So I completely agree with that.
This is a little more specific, but bus home from Kansas City on Sunday, you wake up on Monday, and for the first time in 20 years, you won a Big 12 championship. What was it like, that feeling when you woke up?
I don't think I slept, so I don't think you have to wake up. You know, I think what it says is I'm happy for this team, obviously, but it shows how hard it is. You know, there's a lot of teams, and again, I get the question, and I get the you haven't done it in 20 years. Well, there's a lot of people never did it, and so I think for me it was more the idea of thinking about all the people that have been involved, not just this team. I mean, all the people that, you know, from the administration to the players to the fans, and to have my whole family there, and you know, it was just surreal, you know. And I think it's just one of those moments that when you coach, you wish and pray that you get for your team, and a lot of times you don't get it. So it's one of those things that I really, it's hard to explain, you know, how you feel, but I think there's a great sense of pride, and there's a great sense of, you know, to see the look on our players' faces when all that confetti was coming down, that will be in my mind to the day I die, and I'm good with that.